Oftentimes especially when we are involved in ministry, we like to prepare ourselves and we like to make sure that we, present the material very, well done, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's space to be responsible and a good steward of whatever the Lord has called you to. That's biblical, right? We should do that. But I think that sometimes when we are put in those positions and we are the types of people who need to prepare for everything to the T, right? There's this self-confidence that can grow in us because we're so on top of everything and we're like, oh, we got this. I prepared for this and I did this and I studied for that. And when I teach it and share it, I'm going to be able to do it well because I prepared. That's great. But we must never lose our sense of dependency upon the Lord to bring about what only He can bring about. And I think that when we think of depending on the Lord and needing the Lord, sometimes we think of the big things that we need. So like if we're going to speak, if we're going to teach, if we need this job interview, if, we need to, close on this house and you want everything to, go smoothly, we need the Lord, right? And we start seeing these things like, I need the Lord, I need the Lord, I need the Lord. And yeah, you need the Lord, but we also need the Lord in the small things, in our day-to-day lives, right? In serving our husbands and caring for our children. And we need the Lord to respond well to the pressures and the circumstances of life. We need the Lord to respond to unkind people with kindness and compassion and grace. We need the Lord to get up and go to work. We need the Lord to focus on our studies, right? Like I'm in school right now and I've got a lot of work to do. And guess what? I need the Lord to get me through those things because without Him, I can't. Not just to get through them in the physical sense, but I want to get through them with a good attitude. I don't want to, sit on this computer, do my schoolwork with a grumpy, miserable attitude. I want to do it with joy and with motivation. And I need the Lord to change my mind and my heart in all of that. And so I think we can get caught up in thinking that we need the Lord for the big things, but friends, we need the Lord for everything, not just the big things. We need them for the moment to moment things and our day to day interactions. So let us not lose or forget our need to be dependent upon the Lord all the time and to remember that we need Him always.